Today's random chapstick is Cotton Candy. Face is done. Eyes are primed. We are using the MAC palette that I put together in January 2023. This is what it looks like, lab coat. Because we are putting all of these on. I don't know what it's going to look like. When I picked out the shades to put on, it looked like it was a good idea. On lower lash line is NYX retractable eyeliner in gold. Object of Art. Emerald cut. We're going to sweep lightly in between to get our blend. Emerald cut is hard to pick up and is chunky. It goes on smooth as far as swiping and even tapping, but it's very chunky and it's crumbly in the pan and also crumbling and falling out of the pan. I'm taking a small brush, still with emerald cut, just to get it along my lash line because, as I said, it was challenging to get it to apply closer to here, even though like up here in this area, it went on fine with a larger brush. And I'm going to show you, this is emerald cut. Look how chunky that is. It's a mess. Glitch in the Matrix. We're going to sweep just up a little bit just to blend that over along the top edge. Natural Wilderness, that is going to go here. Storm Watch. Embark. Taking more of Glitch in the Matrix. Incinerated. Shady Santa. Carbon. Object of Art. Bite Mascara came in a subscription box, top and bottom lashes. Wiping off some chapstick. The one size, whatever this thing is called, we're going to put on the liquid lipstick first and then we're going to top it with the gloss. This is our finished look, the first look, maybe the only look with this palette since we did use all 9 shades, but I will definitely keep using it again. Emerald cut, as I mentioned, it was chunky. This shade here, which is Storm Watch, this was dry picking it up. Everything else went on really good and really smooth. And so I am happy with this look. I think the experiment turned out well. As far as the lip, I can do this with other lip pieces that I have, the Juvia's Place and the Voodoo from Rock and Roll Beauty. So I'm kind of like, indifferent about the lip only because it's duping something I already have in my collection and I don't like to keep dupes. And so let me know about this. You will see me in a few seconds with another look with another palette of stuff that I need to use. Today's randomly chosen chapstick is Pumpkin Pie. If my face is looking cracked and dry, it's because it is, particularly this area. After this look, I'm going to wash my face and do another look. And so, number one, I skimmed on skincare. And number two, knowing that my skin was dry, I had the nerve to put on powder foundation. Yeah, so that didn't help. So, just letting you know, that troll know, face is dry and flaky. For the first time, we're using 50/50 Makeup Autumn Palette. Cannot be purchased any longer, I don't think, but these are the colors. And so if you are digging this, just dupe it out for similar shades already in your collection. And I'm holding it a little bit longer on purpose so you can see the colors. And yeah, we're going to get into the look. Maze. We're going to flip the brush over and go into Pumpkin Spice. Ironic that we use Pumpkin Pie chapstick and then we're using Pumpkin Spice eyeshadow. And that's going to go here. And we're going to lightly sweep in between. Blood Moon. We're going to lightly just sweep over a little bit on top of the pumpkin shade. Poison. That's going to be our transition shade. Hallows Eve. We're going to take that same shade, Hallows Eve, and we're going to put this on our lower lash line. Wiping off some chapstick. Dose of Colors Nema Tang lip gloss. We're not going to do mascara because this is coming off. This is the finished look, our first look with the 50/50 Makeup Autumn palette. You'll see me in a couple seconds with look number 2. Okay, so I didn't wash my face. I just wiped off the eye makeup and my eyelids are not happy, but we're here. Lids are already primed. Under my lower lash line is NYX Retractable Eyeliner, and this one is in gold. Taking Gourd. That's going to go on the first half of our lid. I'm going to flip the brush over and go into Decay. And that's going to go on the second half of our lid. We're going to overlap that first shade. Taking Chestnut. Going to go on the outer corner. We're also going to take Chestnut on our lower lash line. I didn't think it was going to show up much. That's why I put a gel liner under there. That did show up nice over the gel liner. This is just a liner. This is with Chestnut on top of it. I just now realized I didn't do a transition shade. Do we want to take Chestnut for transition also? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Take a little bit. And just sweep a little bit with the tip of the brush up here. And we're going to take Book of Shadows. That's going to go on the upper lash line on both eyes. This is our final look, the second look with the Autumn palette. I am really digging it. I will say there is virtually no kick up with the mattes in the palette. The shimmers, the metallics, whatever you call them, no fallout at all whatsoever. They go on very easy. They go on very smooth. You saw how they blended together. And this here for me and this one, perfect transition shades for my complexion and undertone. Everything just showed up really nice. And I'm sad that this is no longer available. If you can find it somewhere, I do recommend it. And if not, just dupe out the shades. And I was surprised. I had forgot this one was a dual chrome. This one right here in the center. So when I put it on, I was like, oh. And so I see how they paired it. This will go with any of the mattes in here. And as far as doing looks, you can just, do this row if you want to, or you can do this column if you want to, or you can, do this quad right here, because this goes with, as I said, all the mattes in here. And of course, the black goes with everything to deepen up. And this was really nice to deepen up this shade as well without losing the dual chrome aspect of it. So I'm really glad that I got this palette. And yeah, so that'll be it for this clip. You will see me in a couple seconds with another palette and another look. Thanks. Chapstick chosen at random is Sugar Cookie. I'm smiling because I'm doing something I don't prefer to do, and it was bound to happen since we're doing multiple looks in one video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this video, with this clip, we're going to do one look on each eye, and we are using the Lethal Cosmetics palette that I created in December 2022. And I created it, well, of course, shades that I thought I was going to like, but I designed it, meaning I put the shadows in here in a way that I can do looks in rows. And so for one look, we're going to do the top row on one eye and the second row on the other eye. And then we're going to come back in another clip and do the bottom row on one eye. And the reason I'm only doing 2 lid shades is because quite a few of these are multi-chrome / dual chrome, and it is best to use only 1 or 2 on the lid in order for the shifts to show up. So that's why we're not doing like the 4 lid shades and all of that stuff. So we're going to get started with these looks. Aphelion. It's going to go on the first third of the lid, first half of the lid. We're going to flip the brush over and go into Biome, and that's going to go on the second half of the lid. And we are going to overlap in the center of the lid and blend a little bit up top. We're going to move over to the other eye and go into Nebula. And that's going to go, ooh. Ooh. And you see how easy these just go on. I love those shadows. And we're going to flip the brush over and go into this shade here, which is Dark Matter. Oh my word. And that's going to go, and that's going to go here. This is my first time using this palette. These are my raw reactions. And we're going to sweep in between. I just decided just now that I'm going to take a smudger brush and we're going to take that shade and we're going to put this on the lower lash line over here. I do have NYX Retractable Eyeliner in brown on lower lash line underneath. I just realized I got real loud. Like, I am like so excited. Yeah, we're just gonna, since this is the color that's here, so we are going to take that there, since that is what it is anyway. We're gonna take the brush we used for that shade and we're going to blend that up. So I'm going to take another smudger brush and we're going to go into Biome. Sorry, I'm holding it upside down, but I'm reading it right side up. This is this shade here, and we're going to put this on this lower lash line. I didn't intend to do this, but I am just so freaking excited right now. We're going to take Kindlewood, and that's going to be our transition over here. Now we're going to take Nocturnal. I just tapped in again, and we're just going to go in small circular motions over here. True story. When I use Lethal Cosmetics shadows, I sometimes wonder why I mess with other brands, because this is my aesthetic, this right here. And when I'm as shocked as you saw I was with both of these shades and how they went on, how they blended out, I'm like, I should just keep building palettes with Lethal Cosmetics and just be like, forget everybody else. And in knowing I can get a similar look to some of the motherships, or particularly Moonlit Seduction, I'm like, I could do that with this if I wanted that type of look for that day. Oh my gosh. I want to do a funky-ish liner, but I'm not. I'm just going to do a black liner, upper lash line, and then we're going to come back and figure out a lip. I do wish now that I really did, can y'all tell I'm excited? I'm wishing really that I had done one look on each eye, because I would love to just see this on both eyes. I really would. This is cute, you know, Moonlit Seduction vibes. Not my vibe, but there's a time and a place, and I did put this palette this way for a reason. But this, I kind of want to put that green under there too, but I'm gonna just put on black line. Actually, for this side, I'm gonna take a brown. This was Fenty Fly Liner. The shade is Cause I'm Black. This is Fenty Fly Liner, and this shade is in Big Truffle. I did take a thin pencil brush and went in with Nebula, this green shade, and I put that as close as I could against my lash line, and I put it under the black wing that I did over there. Gonna wipe out some chapstick. What kind of lip do you do with this kind of two-tone thing going on? I don't know what to do. Right, let me think of something. Y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that Sephora Dark Forest and we're gonna put that on our lips. I don't know if it'll go with this one, but that's what we're gonna do. I don't know why I thought this was more green, but it's looking blue. We're going to leave this like this because this is funky, I think, in a good way. And it does bring life to this eye. And for this one, it's just like, let's just stay all the way funky. Yeah, I'm going to put on mascara and I'll be right back. Y'all, I am so excited about these looks. Oh my word. I'm losing my voice. I'm like so loud. But this, if you want an ethereal look, there you go. If you want pow, bam, boom, funky in a good way and even funkier with this lip, there you go. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. I do want to see this on both eyes, this one, because even like the shifts, because it has the green in it, and we have the green here, the whole entire lid just looks like, still looking at this one, this entire lid just looks like one big multi-chrome. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, I have everything on that I was going to put on for the eyes. I'm going to go, because we're going to come back and do 2 more looks with this palette. I am just beside myself. Like, do you see me sitting here? I am really beside myself. What brand gets you this way? Like how hype I am right now. What brand gets you this way? Let us know down below, because we want to feel the hype too. I think I can speak for everybody watching. We want to know. And so for those of you who are watching, read the comments and see what other people are loving that are getting this way, like I am right now, about a brand. And I'm saying a brand in general because these are shadows I picked and I arranged in this palette. So it's not about a particular palette, but brand. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to go. You'll see me in a few seconds. Vanilla Mint Chapstick. Today is February 7th. Base face is done. Ooh, dropped it, caught it in my lap. All right now. Brows are done, base face is done, and we're gonna do look number 3 with our Lethal Cosmetics palette that I created in December 2022. And we're gonna use the bottom row, the Event Horizon, this shade right here, all over the lid. My lids are primed. I have NYX Retractable Eyeliner in gold on my lower lash line already. I'm going to finish this up and do the same thing on the other eye, and then we will come back and you will notice that I am blending it upward as I normally do. I will admit that this one has some of the same shifts as Dark Matter, the bright green inner corner look that we did, and then the Dark Matter we put on the outer corner, and that's because I do prefer black-based multi-chromes and dual chromes, and so I did pick these 2 on purpose. Now we're going to take Trespass for our outer corner. Spawn we're going to take for our transition shade. We are going in small circular motions to just further the blend. We're going to take Trespass on our lower lash line, on top of that gold NYX Retractable Eyeliner that we have under here. I like how Trespass over the gold makes it look like it's a dual chrome. This is just the gold NYX Retractable Eyeliner by itself. This has Trespass on the top. So we're going to finish this up and we will be right back again. We're going to take MAC's Paint Pot in Contemplative, and we're going to put this on the upper lash line on both lids. Really quick, digressing. One of the Morphe angled eyeliner brushes that I purchased for $2.99, this is about to fall off. This is so friggin' loose, this whole ferrule. So this may be the last time I use this one. I did buy 2 of them, and because they were $2.99, I said I'll try it. And hashtag I tried it, and this sucker is about to fall apart. The other one still seems to be stable, but this one is falling apart. I'm going to finish this up. I like this. And then we're going to come back, wiping off a little bit of chapstick. We're going to put on MAC's Love Me Liquid Lip Color, and this shade is, I don't know what this shade is. This shade is called I Vote For Me. That's what it looks like. We're going to put this on and we will be back again. This is the finished look. It is dirty, it is messy, it is muddy, and it's intentional, and I love it. This is my vibe. Oh my gosh, like this transition shade that gave it that funky, muddy, murky swamp water look, and I love it. And I do think the liner sets off the messiness of it, because it's like none of that don't really go together. But it goes. in my troll mind. And I do really love this look, and I'm glad that I did both eyes the same. And I'm loving it with the lip. My face makeup, not so much loving it, but the eyes and the lips, you'll see me in a few seconds with the next one. Remove the eye makeup, left the under eye the same because I think I was going to kind of do the same thing. So this is going to be the fourth look, and we are going this way. So we did just use this one. I remember saying it has the same kind of shifts as this one. Event Horizon, Dark Matter. This is Kindlewood. This will be our transition, and we're going to take Aphelion, this shade for our tear duct area, and that's going to be this look. So this is Event Horizon, and we're going to take this halfway over. I did switch to a less dense brush. The Hourglass brushes that I have been using were really dense, and you can probably tell the difference between how I'm applying it with this brush and the Hourglass brush. It was more pigmented because it is a dense brush. This one is a little bit softer. This is one I haven't used yet, so this is a little bit softer. I'm not going to say flimsy. And this is the Hourglass brush, which is more dense, and you see it doesn't spring as much. And so if you want a lighter wash of color, even though it is an intense color, use a more less dense brush. I know that didn't make sense. I was going to say fluffy, but it's not quite fluffy. I'm going to do the other eye and come back. Now we're going to go into Dark Matter, this shade here, and that is going to go on the second half of our lid. And so you see what I'm saying, it does have similar shifts, and it's looking like just the entire lid is a multi-chrome, and so I do like that effect. I'm just tapping very lightly where the two meet because they are similar shifts, and they both do have that dark base, which I love. And so this is a really easy look. If you wanted to just blend this out, your look can be done. Put on mascara and liner. I'm going to do the other eye and come back. Now we're going to go into Kindlewood, this shade here, and that's going to be our transition shade for both eyes. And so we're going to put this on. I love how this blends out these shades. Do you see this? Like I'm tapping straight in, and we're going to put this right here. This is so super easy. Without adding additional shadow on this brush, I'm just going to run this under here. This is the brush we used for our transition shade, just to blow it down a little bit more. And now this shade, Aphelion. Ooh. We're going to take the brush that we used for our transition shade, not adding any additional shadow. And we're just going to use the tip of it just to tone that down. That shade is loud. When I use Lethal Cosmetics shadows, the dual chrome and multi-chromes, I just want to be funky. So we're going to take the e.l.f. No Budge cream shadow, and this shade is in Golden Rays. And we're going to use this as a liner. This one we used for the liner, and the last one that I was saying is so wobbly, I'm throwing this in my makeup trash bag. This is the second one that I had purchased that's still stable, and so we're going to use this till it gets wobbly, and we're going to apply this on our upper lash line. This one is stiff. I don't know if it's the brush or this formula. This is feeling like the Lethal Cosmetics gel liner. This is so stiff. I have used and washed both of these Morphe eyeliner brushes a few times, but this one still feels very stiff, and it feels like it's scratching my lash line. I am not liking this No Budge formula. It is so dry. Either this and or the brush is picking up the shadow underneath the liner, and I do think it's the brush, because the No Budge formula for their cream shadows, they are really creamy, and so I'm not really understanding what the problem is, unless this is, I don't know. Let me just finish this. And it is kind of hard to pick up on the brush, and I'm having to actually dig in it So maybe it is drying out already. I'm having to dig in it to get the product onto the brush. Yes, I think it's drying out already. The period after opening is said to be good for is 3 months, and I opened it in January, so this should be good until March, but it's still, I have to gouge it in to get it on the brush and to get it onto my lash line. I'm going to edit this out because this is annoying me and it's taking too much time. I'm not going to do a wing because this is just too challenging and it's coming out clumpy. I don't know. I'm going to do mascara, the Bite Beauty that came in subscription box. I was looking like that because this side I did end up putting on more because I took more time. This one was smoother, so this side the liner is darker, but we're going to leave it because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. So we're just going to do mascara and that'll be it for this look. I'm going to look back and see if this shade gave me problems before, and if it did, I'm just going to toss it because I want makeup to just go on easy and smooth, and that's not this and or in conjunction with this brush. I don't know. So anyway, I'm loving this look. It's less messy than look number 3, but I'm still digging it, and I like the funky look of the liner, it being not a typical eyeliner shade, but I am really digging it, and that'll be it. I'm not sure if we're going to add to this video or not, but you'll see whether we do or we don't, because there's still a few more things in my basket of Unashamed that I need to use, but I don't want this video to be longer than it probably already is, and so I'm going to shut up and you will see me soon.